For people struggling with the stress and grief caused by traumatic family issues like addiction, and for children with special needs, there's a therapy worth trying that makes perfect sense if you know horses. Therapeutic riding and equine experiences help people with a variety of challenges through working with horses, incredibly sensitive creatures. Today, you'll meet a New Jersey woman whose family has channeled almost unspeakable pain into a program helping people grow stronger and recover from trauma. Hello, I'm Sandra Levine, host of Still Time for Joy. My guest today is Loree Mahalchick, who just launched an expanded therapeutic equine program at her farm called HorseSense in Howell, New Jersey. Welcome to the show, Loree.
Hi, Sandy. Thank you so much for having us on your show.
You are welcome. So before we get into the circumstances that your family has been through, just tell me a little bit about horses and what horses mean to you. I know you've loved horses all your life.
They are the most incredible creatures. They're giants. A lot of people are afraid of them, but horses mirror what you give them, what you give off, how you approach them. And I've experienced it myself so many times. It's incredible. If you're having a good day and you bring it in that barn, they are happy as could be. If you're in a hurry, not having a good day, if you're angry, they feel it and they show it. And it helps people to realize, wow, I didn't realize I was giving that off.
So what kind of therapeutic programs do you offer at your farm?
So right now we offer therapeutic riding. Most of that is with younger people, children, because we have a weight limit on the horses because they are older. The horses have all had a previous job and they come to us for their end of life, but they need to be kept busy. So we do therapeutic riding with mostly kids with special needs, all kind of different diagnosis. A lot of them are autism. And the horses help to build confidence. They help to build core muscles. And it is amazing what we see that the horses do for these kids when they're on their backs. And it also brings the children up to eye level or even taller than us. So they feel so good about themselves. It's an incredible experience.
So you run the nonprofit HorseSense Therapeutic Center, and you're also certified to do this work. Tell me about the certifications that you've earned.
So right now I'm certified through PATH International. I've also worked with EGALA. There's a few other programs that I've studied through so that I can get as much information and as much knowledge as I can. And just spending the last 25 years with the horses has been incredible. I do learn something new every day. It's amazing.
So just tell me a little bit more about some typical clients and what kind of issues that they're struggling with, and specifically with the therapeutic riding, what you do to help them.
Okay, so a lot of I'm going to say kids that come to the farm do a lot of therapies, and they go into a sterile environment, into an office, into the schools. So here what we do, it's all outside. We're in the barn to get started. We walk out of the barn and then it's all outside. So the kids are out in nature, which I think is huge because they don't get that. And it helps them to be in nature. We'll walk around on the horse and did you hear that? Did you hear that? We'll hear birds. We'll hear the rooster. We'll hear different things. We'll point out different things, different flowers, the gardens there. So I try to get them to see past the horse. The horseback riding is actually the therapy where it does help with the movement. It helps with the strength. I had one little girl that had cerebral palsy, and her therapist could not believe after 3 weeks of riding, once a week, had the strength that this girl had in her core muscles and in her legs. I've had a lot of children with autism who, just to help build confidence that they can do this, and will unclip the horse. Usually they're on a lead line, unclip and walk with them, and they're doing it themselves. I've had children come who aren't speaking well yet at a young age, say their first words on the horse. Kids with autism say their first words. I do know now, after 20 years, when a mom cries, it's a good thing. Their child has done something new that they're hoping this would happen. So it's been an incredible experience.
And as you mentioned earlier, horses are very, very large animals. And I imagine a lot of times people are afraid initially. What happens over time?
You build a relationship with the horse. And after one or two lessons, we definitely can see that the client forms a bond with the horse. When the horse whinnies to them or comes to them when they get here, it makes them feel like $1,000,000. And it really helps to build confidence and self esteem, helps them not to be frightened, helps them not to be concerned. When we get on the horse, we're there. There's at least two of us with them, and we back off slowly to let them build their confidence. And it's an incredible transformation once the kids and the people start working with the horses.
And besides horses, you have quite a few other animals at the farm. You also raise bees. You also have vegetable gardens. And you had an open house, and I was fortunate enough to come and see the farm. So, what do the other animals and other things that are on the farm add to the experience for people who come?
So, usually a few laughs. The animals are silly. The pigs make noises, sound like dinosaurs. And then they're under their blankets, which I call whoobies. And the kids will hear, what is that growl under that blanket? And I'll move the blanket and it's a pig, and we scratch the pigs. We have one alpaca left. He just kind of follows at a distance, but he's always around and he just stares at you, and he's hilarious. We have three mini donkeys, mom, dad, and a baby. The baby tries to pickpocket you for treats. We have three goats that are very friendly, but they think that they want to play with you. They headbutt, so we keep them kind of separate so that they don't hurt anybody, but you can go pet them by their little cage area. We have chickens. We have the garden that we let the end of the summer and the fall. Once the vegetables, we'll let some of the students go in and pick a vegetable. The bees, my husband has the bee suits. He'll let one of the kids suit up and go back and look at the bees with them. It's just a whole learning experience. And the whole bee colony is the most incredible experience once you learn how they all work and what, but that's his thing. I do the horses.
Stay away from the bees.
Yes.
Okay, so the open house was held to announce a new equine therapy program that you're offering, and also to honor your son Tommy, who
Yes.
tragically was murdered at age 37 in New York City. Now, it's still very fresh. It's not even a year ago that this happened, but we spoke earlier and you said you'd like to talk about it. So, can you tell me a little bit about Tommy and about what happened?
My son was an avid hockey player, played for probably about 20 years, had an injury, did get addicted to oxys, and then he went on to heroin. We've tried multiple times to help him. We kept in touch to the very last second, and he was recovering. He was in recovery. My daughter just had a baby, and for him to come home to be with his new niece, he was going to go into rehab. So he was waiting to get into rehab. And the morning of everything, he went upstairs to a friend's house, and someone broke into their apartment. And to protect his friend, he tried to rush the guy out of the apartment, and the guy grabbed a knife and stabbed him twice. Also stabbed her dog 6 times, and her dog had surgery, and he's okay. But my son didn't make it. He passed that morning. So this program that we're doing is to help people through grief, help families who are working with family members who have had addiction. Where can you go to move forward, to find peace? Just close your eyes, and what do you hear around you? The program is all groundwork, no riding, and it's to connect with a horse. And people have said, well, how would you connect with a horse? So we give a simple instruction, and we facilitate what is going to happen. And the client is the one who figures out what they need. And it is amazing, amazing, amazing how the horses guide you. So one of the simple thing that I'll say, pick up the horse's foot, but you have to keep you safe. We do different things with different levels. If somebody has never been around a horse, I'm not going to say, go pick up that horse's foot. We're going to work up to that. But everybody hears it different and learns it different and tries things different. And my biggest thing is don't give up. If it doesn't work one way, try it another way. And the best thing that I've found is working with the horses, and people are willing to try it again and find out you could do this. And this helps to give you the confidence that you could try other things. And it's okay. And it's okay to be happy. And it's okay to find joy. And it's okay to have a peace that you lost. The peacefulness that you might have lost with your tragedy or something you're going through with life, it's okay. And that's my main goal. If you find 5 seconds of peace the first time, maybe the second time you'll be 5 minutes. Eventually, it will help for you to see working with the horses, just hugging a horse. I had a girl here the other day who lost her dad recently. She was hugging the horse. Then she went to the next horse, and she doesn't know the horses. She just walked out back and was hugging the horses. And when she was leaving, she said to me, that was the best morning I've had in weeks. The horses will help to pull out and suck out any of your grief, your stress, and give you just a few minutes to relax. And then we build on that.
So, Loree, what do you want other parents to know about addiction and especially about judgment?
Don't throw your children away, please. Try to help them. So many phone numbers, so many people that are willing to help. If you have questions, we're willing to help. It's so hard. How do we move forward? There is help out there for the families because the family is struggling too. We didn't find the help. I didn't realize my help was right in my backyard. My animals. When I'm stressed, I could see the stress in them. And then I realize, oh, back it down a little. And they helped to draw the stress out. And if you think that your child, maybe your family member, may have a problem, do not hesitate to ask for help. Your family member isn't a bad person. It's something they need help with, and the judgment is the last thing that they need. They need your help and support to help them get better and get through it.
And what kind of help could you use on the farm? I'm sure many people listening would like to help some way. Do you need donations? Do you need volunteers? What do you need, Loree?
Well, both. So we could always use volunteers just to help take care of the animals. I do it. My husband does it. We have a bunch of volunteers. We can always use more. We can also use donations because I try to keep the cost down. So the families that come here, you're already stressed. You already have. If you have a child with a disability, that's expensive. If you have a family member going through addiction, you're putting funds out other places. So I try to do different fundraiser events. We've gotten grants. If somebody wants to help write grants, I could even use help with that to help keep the costs down. I don't want their children to miss out on the help that they're getting here, physically, mentally. So we can use all kinds of help.
With the new program that you're launching in honor of your son also had a very special bond with some of the horses, right?
Yes, he did. We have a mini horse, Winnie, who's here, and we rescued her from the auction, and he just adored her. He would walk in the barn, and she would whinny to him, and he would hug her, and we have the picture. She was laying down, and he was laying with her. He likes the bigger horses, but he was a little afraid of them. And he was a big, mighty hockey player. I used to think it was funny. You're afraid of them? When everybody on the ice is afraid of you, how is this? But he loved that mini horse, and she just loved him. So there is a horse and a size here for everybody.
And finally, Loree, we talk a lot on this show about people volunteering, people helping other people as a way to not only do good for the world, but also to help themselves with whatever they may be struggling with. What do you want to tell people about how this has helped you get through your own personal tragedy and what they might try themselves to feel better?
This is what's helping me to get through a lot of what we've been through, but it just makes my heart just happy. The horses just help so many ways. I'm going to tell you, half of the people that help me here have had some life trauma, might have had an addiction, have had different things, and they come here and absolutely tell me this has saved their lives. You help somebody, you will feel the weight of the world lifted off your shoulders. It's the best thing you could do, whether you're helping an animal, whether you're helping a person, help at a church. There is always so many people who need help. Help sit with a friend who's sick. Any little thing, you do something little and it just expands into you want to do more, because the joy you feel is twofold what the person you're helping feels. It's amazing.
Well, Loree Mahalchick, I want to send so much love to you and your family as you continue to heal from the loss of your son. I want to thank you for the amazing work you're doing with your horses and helping other people. And I want to thank you so much for being on the show today.
Thank you so very much for having us on your show.
If you found today's show helpful, please share the information with someone who needs it, and follow Still Time for Joy for more practical tips on weathering life's storms, as well as inspiring stories of people who have turned their pain into purpose. Please consider supporting the work that goes into producing the show on Patreon. Follow Sandra Levine Productions on Facebook and YouTube, and learn more at sandralevine.com.